Good morning to all. Today we will study class 7th chemistry chapter 1, that is matter and its composition. So students, first you should know what is matter. As the chapter name also suggests, matter and its composition. So first you should know what is matter. The proper definition of matter is anything that occupies space or volume and has mass is called matter. All materials are made up of matter, like a book, a pen, a chair, a table are also made up of matter. And the food we eat is also matter. The air we breathe is also matter. The water we drink is also matter. Now one more important definition is also there. The space anything occupies is called its volume. You can note down if you want. The space anything occupies is called its volume. I can give you one example. The space occupied by football is greater than the space of tennis ball. That is, volume of football is greater than tennis ball. One more example I can give you. The space occupied by a book is greater than the space of a pen. That's why volume of football is greater than a pen. You can realize that something has mass when you lift it or weight it. The amount of matter anything contains is called its mass. As the mass increases, so does the weight. Example, a full glass of water weighs more than half a glass or empty glass. There is a simple activity for students. You can do this at home if you want to do. Just tie two uninflated balloons at the end of the scales. They are equal in weight. Then inflate one of them and put it back in place. The inflated balloon is heavier than the uninflated one. This is because the air trapped in the balloon has mass. You can do this at home if you want to do. Our next topic is states of matter. As you studied earlier also in 6th standards, states of matters are solid, liquid and gas. Solid, what is solid? A matter that cannot flow, means a definite shape and definite volume. Some other characteristics also, like solid, we cannot compress the solids. Solid cannot flow. Solid cannot expand on heatings. There are some examples of solid also. You can see ice, brick, wood, iron nail, table, chairs, your book, pen, all are solid. Second state of matter is liquid. Liquid has definite volume but takes the shape of its container. Means liquid can flows. Like if you pour suppose 200 milliliter of a liquid from one container to another, it will take the shape of another container. So means shape can be changed. Suppose if you are pour the water from a glass to a bowl, it will take the shape of the bowl, it can change. Now the third states of matter is gas. A substance without definite volume or shape and can flow. Means gas is neither having a definite volume nor having shape and it can flow. Vapor is also a gas. A substance that is currently a gas but normally is a liquid or solid at room temperature. is called water gas or water vapor. Students are generally having the confusion about water gas. Last year this question was in our examination question paper, and so many students were having the confusion ki water vapor is liquid. They thought like that. So for solving this confusion, I add this point. Again I am repeating. Vapor, a substance that is currently a gas but normally is a liquid or solid at room temperature, which is water gas or water vapor. Examples of liquid and gases also on your screen. You can see petrol, vinegar, paint, water, juices, cold drinks, milks. All these questions all are liquids. And gases, oxygen gas, carbon dioxide gas, hydrogen gas, inflated balloon, which are having the helium gas, also the example of gases. Now in this slide we can compare the few characteristics of solid, liquid and gas. By this flowchart you can easily understand and easily you can learn. The first point is definite volume. Solid has definite volume? Yes, solid has definite volume. You know, I gave you examples also earlier, na? Like a book, a pen, all are the solids. They have the definite volume. Yes, they have the definite volume. Solid has definite shape. Yes, solid has the definite shape also. Like a table is having the fixed shape. Yes, table is having the fixed shape and the table is example of solid. A chair is having the fixed definite shape. Yes, and chair is also an example of solid. So chair, table, all are the example of solid and they are having the definite shape. Result of a temperature increase. When we heat the solid, you see, very small expansion. Will it compress? No. Can we compress the table, chair, a book? No, we cannot compress it. Now, liquid. Is liquid is having the definite volume? Yes. Definite volume means ki if suppose we are taking 2 liters of milk and we pour it some other container, will it change? No, because it has the definite volume. Liquid's definite shape? No. When we pour a water from a mug to a cup or a bowl, it will change its shape according to the container. So definite shape is liquid is having the definite shape. The answer is no. Now the third point is result of a temperature increase in case of liquid, very small expansion. In comparison to solid, little bit more but still small. Will it compress? No, we cannot compress. Can we fill a 2 liter of milk into a 1 liter container by compressing it? No, we cannot. So liquid cannot be compressed. Now the turn is of gas. Gas has the definite volume? No, gas will not have the definite volume. Gas is also not having the definite shape also. Result of temperature increase, large expansion. Means ki in comparison to solid and liquid, gases expand more violently. Will it compress? Yes, we can compress it. The example is inflated balloon. If you want to compress it, if you compress it by hand, it can compress. So the gas will compress. The answer is yes. Now our next topic is causes the differences in states of matter. Matter is not continuous and made up of small particles called molecules. The molecules are held together by a force of attraction called intermolecular force or cohesion. Greater the intermolecular force, smaller is the intermolecular space. And the less the intermolecular force, the greater is the intermolecular space. They are just opposite. To understand that the greater the cohesion, the smaller is the intermolecular space, the closer are the molecules to each other, and the less the cohesion, the greater is the intermolecular space. That is, the farther apart are the molecules. You can see it in the figure also. For any substance, the intermolecular space is the minimum in the solid state, larger in the liquid state, and the largest in the gaseous state. In other words, the molecules of a substance are most tightly held in the solid, and in comparison to the solid, loosely held in the liquid state, and the most loosely held in the gaseous state. The molecules are so loosely held in the gaseous state that they move randomly in the space they occupy. Now, shape and volume. Solid has fixed shape, volume, and generally hard. This is so because the molecules are so tightly held that they cannot move closer or away from their positions. Very tightly held. Now, second, a liquid has a fixed volume but no fixed shape. It takes the shape of the container. The molecules in a liquid are not so tightly held as in solid, so they can slip over one another. Such movement, however, stops at the surface of the container, and so the liquids take the same shape as the container. The volume of a liquid is fixed as the intermolecular space remains unchanged when the liquid changes shape. Okay, so I can give you example here. If you pour any volume, suppose 100 milliliter or 200 milliliter of a liquid from one container to another, the shape of the liquid will change but not its volume. In each container, the volume of the liquid will be 200. If you are taking 200, then 200. If you are taking 100, then 100. So whatever you are taking, it's like that. Now, third one. A gas has neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape. It assumes the volume and shape of the container. In a gas, the intermolecular force is so weak that the molecules are free to move to every part of the container and occupy its entire volume. Thus, a gas assumes the volume and shape of the container. Thank you, my dear students, for watching this video. Very soon I will share the next part of this chapter. So in the next video, I will share with you compressibility, fluidity, thermal expansion, the composition of matter, and atoms and molecules also. So wait for my next video. Thank you so much for watching this.